Women-owned and led businesses are a powerful force in the global economy and key drivers of economic transformation, stability, and recovery. Mastercard, in partnership with Entrepreneur Middle East, launched the inaugural Mastercard Women SME Leader Awards in 2022 to recognize and celebrate women entrepreneurs in the Middle East and Africa region. Last year, the awards also extended to SMEs from Eastern Europe. The third edition of Mastercard Women SME Leaders Awards this year was the first in-person ceremony as we celebrated the remarkable achievements of these visionary leaders who are shaping the future of business in our region. This year, the award ceremony raised around 4,000 entries, with 15 winners that walked out of the event with trophies in their hands.
Amna, absolute pleasure seeing you again, speaking to you again. Absolutely beautiful event as well. Thank you so much for this amazing collaboration partnership that we have done. How are you today?
Great, thank you, and big thanks to Entrepreneur Middle East for this partnership.
Right, so tell me, top 3 insights from today's event, knowing that it is the 3rd edition already of the SME Women Awards. How are you feeling after it?
Well, you know, the first idea when it came about, when 3 years back we sat together and we were like, there's so many corporates doing so much around SMEs, what can we do? And what we thought about was that women are so reluctant and shy to talk about their success stories. It's almost like women don't know how to handle a compliment, right? So the
very
thing
humble.
Very humble. Maybe too humble for the world.
Humble.
So the first thing that we thought was that while there are lots of initiatives that are happening, and Mastercard as a company, we're doing a lot, what is the single most impactful thing we can do? And it was to bring women from all over the region, 80 countries, onto one stage to talk about their success stories. Yeah. You know, you're sitting in your country and you are going through your daily challenges, you're building your business, you're a mom, you have aging parents to look after, you are building a community, you're giving back to the society. In those daily struggles, you may not realize that you have to give yourself a pat on your back. You're doing an absolutely amazing job. And that's how these awards came to life. And I'm so happy and proud that we did it in person. And regarding the insights, I think one of the insights is that I am obsessed with uplifting women. But on an event like this, we just realized how many other women are around us who are also obsessed with uplifting women. And what an impact this creates. Like, everybody is buzzing with energy, with inspiration, with positivity.
Right.
I just met a woman who was in tears, you know? And
wow.
It's just so powerfully emotional. But at the same time, it's so authentically rewarding.
Right, and I feel like when you, as you said, you did take all these women out from their countries, their daily lives, they have this bird's eye view perspective now and look at me from another lens and say, wow, I've achieved this, pause for a moment and appreciate everything that you've done for yourself at the end of the day.
And also look at other winners around them, right? And learn from each other's success story, from each other's challenges. We had an amazing lineup of speakers, you know, they talked so well about so many things. There were SMEs, there were corporates. I just think it's like a hugely, hugely positive inspiration.
Right. What sort of impact do you want all these women to, you know, go back home today? What sort of message do you want them to keep in their head when they fly back to their countries today and go back to that routine?
They're amazing. They need to keep reminding themselves that they're amazing. Second thing is that you always have to, and I think a lot of women came to me and they talked about it, you have to surround yourself with women and men who would uplift you, who would talk about you positively in the room. You need to make those connections. They're going to talk about you, they're going to support you while you're not even in the room, while you don't even know that they're talking about you.
Right.
It is so important to have that, especially when you're an entrepreneur. A lot of people said, right, it's lonely. At times you're solving a problem, you realize halfway down the journey, actually it's not a problem, you know, or someone else has solved it in a better way. It's a lonely journey to be an entrepreneur. It's tough, it's hard, right?
Right.
So it's so important to have that network, surround yourself with people who would uplift you and uplift you even when you're not there in the room.
Right, and who've had similar experiences at the end of the day and have similar goals and ambitions in life. Amna, as usual, absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you so much.
And thank you once again for this event and for this beautiful collaboration.
Thank you so much.
Chelsea, our very first winner of today, she's just won the Healthcare Custodian Award. She's the founder and CEO of L International. Thank you so much for this conversation and for coming all the way to Dubai.
I am so elated to be here. I've just won the Health Custodian Award and I'm feeling a bit shaky, a little bit super proud and humbled and so honored to be here. So
I can
thank
imagine.
you.
Now that was my first question for you, actually. Obviously, winning the award, coming here. What is that story that brought you here, and how do you feel being recognized now?
So the story that brought me here is a deeply personal one. I started this organization, All International, in 2016 with the main aim to solve for period poverty in South Africa. What was happening at that time is that girls were missing out on school because they didn't have period provision. And much like when you experience something like that, your participation is hindered, your self-confidence is hindered, and so forth. And we experienced that ramification into the economy.
Right.
So that's how the organization started. And over time, we realized that the women's health gap is often reduced to sexual reproductive health and menstrual health. But that's not true in its form, and such myopia is very short-sighted in terms of the solutions that are coming out. So we broadened our scope and expanded our vision and said, well, what can we solve for that is really going to empower women? So currently we are engaged in a variety of women's health initiatives to solve for that $1 trillion women's health gap.
Right.
And that covers product provision in terms of period product provision, as well as looking at diagnostic test kits for endometriosis and polycystic ovarian syndrome and the like. We're looking at digital infrastructure to ensure that women's health is freely accessible and to both minorities and lower income earning countries, as well as being able to connect them and empower them about their health and hormones through all stages of life. So as soon as you hit puberty and going through the hormonal challenges, straight through to perimenopause, because every single woman experiences these hormonal changes, and it's so important to be able to empower them so that they can lead a healthy life, but be empowered at home, be empowered within themselves, and be empowered within their workplace. So what brought me here today is obviously the work that I do within the health space, and I'm so excited to create accessibility to healthcare for women around the world.
And it's also a very insecure topic as well, because when we go through puberty, it's definitely not something that we like to talk about, our periods or menstrual cycles. So it's very important that you approach it in the right way and to make sure women are open enough, right, especially when they're young, to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Right. Any sort of advice that you would give to all those young girls out there, even young women, that you kind of learned throughout your life?
I think something that was so pertinent is that we need to have the confidence within ourselves to speak up about our pain points and things that we are struggling with, because we will never come about information or empowerment if we are quiet about those things. A couple of years ago, my sister was diagnosed with anxiety. She was working a very, very tough job. It was the start of COVID, level 5 lockdown, and she got misdiagnosed with this anxiety and ended up having a heart attack. And one of the most pressing things around why healthcare for women is so important is that a lot of the symptomology and symptoms that present in men aren't the same as women. So when women are being treated for something, they treat it according to man's symptoms. So when we are experiencing symptoms that are unique to us as females, we go to the doctor and they say, here is a pill, here is a contraceptive to manage your hormonal acne or your period pain, and we are muted.
Completely.
But we have a voice. And do not stop when you know that something is wrong within your body.
Right.
Speak out, seek answers, and that is what we are trying to and aiming to achieve with All International. It's giving women a voice, it's enabling them to have access to information and empowering them with their health to ensure that we don't have to be left in the dark when it comes to our health and our hormones. So, ladies, speak out. Do not be shy. Be confident in your questions, and do not simply sit behind the status quo, but challenge it. Because that is the best thing that you can do for your health, for your family, for your workplace, and for the future of us women.
Right. Life is one, is from what we know of today, so we have to take care of it. Chelsea, absolutely beautiful message. Thank you so much for coming. And we hope to see you more often on Entrepreneur Middle East. And I really wish you the best of luck in all your expansion plans, and maybe one day, opening up something here in the Middle East.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SME Leaders Awards. And with me up next is Faye. She's the CEO of BID LLC, and she just won the Creative Leader Award. Very nice award to win, I must say. How do you feel after winning? Welcome.
I'm very thankful and blessed. Because it was a surprise. I thought we just participate, and being shortlisted is already very honorable for me and for the company.
You're so humble.
Yes. So being able to even like win it is just like surprise me.
Crazy.
Yes.
No, but honestly, hard work pays off, and you should
yes.
believe in yourself more that you're worth every bit of it. Now, tell me a little bit about BID. Sorry, what is it that you guys do?
Sure. BID LLC, we specialize in 3D production. So we are having our workshop and a factory based in UAE as well as in Hong Kong, China, Shenzhen as our headquarters. So we specialize starting from architectural model making, then we slowly evolved into 3D production, visualization, as well as nowadays, because of the market demand, so we even do like prop tech, virtual reality, augmented reality, and interactive experience of installation. So basically, the company, we are trying to catch up and then evolve according to the market demand as well as the technology, so that our product can help the client to show its best potential. Because it's a very competitive market.
For sure.
And then it's also related to real estate sales and marketing. So again, the demand is very high for us to provide this kind of like new innovation idea into their market demand, as well as like to push their sales and marketing. We also participate a lot of like landmark as well as a national project, helping the countries, say like in UAE, KSA, as well as Oman. We even involved in Vision 2040 urban planning visual right now. So we are helping the government also like how to deliver and then using our architectural models as well as like 3D interactive experience to visualize and then to showcasing the project for the future and the visionary of the leadership in the GCC country. Yes.
And it's always important to show and to see the visual aspects of things, because we all have plans and we have goals, but to actually see it on paper or on the screen is a different thing. So that's wonderful. Now tell me, one of the biggest advices that I always hear entrepreneurs say is you have to make sure that, okay, you create a solution on your first year, but you have to keep adapting to the market and what the people want. Otherwise, your business is going to fail. And I'm sure you're going to agree with this statement. So tell me, what would be your main pieces of advice?
Sure. During our journey, I think we learned the fact that even though our industry is kind of like coming from a very traditional art and craft industry field, so you're starting from like making things by hand, but then we're kind of evolving according to the market need as well as the technology, so that we implement a lot of like new technique, new idea. Say for example 3D printing, and then also like 3D modeling, and then software, hardware, interactive experience and programming. And then now we even evolve with our own R&D with like lighting show like Burj Khalifa, light show synchronizing with music. We have our model with like hydraulic mechanical effect, smoke effect, and all these things. So our target is like, we don't want people to think that this is model, it's just like placing there as it is and always like this and all the years. We want to evolve according to the technology. We want to be different. We want people to see our industry and what we can deliver as according to like people, like the civilization that we can evolve according to time and make ourselves different.
Right, and what creative minds and technology can bring together at the end of the day. Well, thank you so much, Faye, for this interview. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And hope to see you again very soon here in Dubai.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me up next is Faye. She's the CEO and co-founder of Lively, as you all may know, and she just won the Innovator Award. Surprise, surprise! How are you feeling?
Oh my God, I'm like super blessed, super grateful, super honored. It's just such an honor. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mastercard. Thank you, Entrepreneur Middle East. I think what's amazing is that they are actually having an initiative to support women leaders, SME, around the globe. And to be a part of that is absolutely sensational. So thank you so much for everybody that voted and nominated. truly humbled, truly
Right.
grateful. Thank
And
you.
I mean, hard work does pay off, and this is the exact
Oh my God! I mean,
consequence of
listen.
that.
You know, I think as every entrepreneur knows, it starts with a vision, and then that
course.
vision is just, you know,
And it goes down, and
It
it
needs
goes
to
up,
go
and it goes
up,
down,
and it's
yeah.
challenges, and you know, the only thing that you need is resilience, hard work, execution,
Right.
and a lot of grace. You
Right.
need a lot of God. You need a lot of universal energy. You need a lot
For
of
sure.
blessings. So, and a lot of prayers.
You have to give out energy and wait for it to come back at the end of the day.
Absolutely,
And you know,
I believe
feel
in
like we live in Dubai that's so fast-paced. It's important that sometimes we just slow down and we stop for a second and we look at our achievements and we say, okay, bravo. What is my next step? Where am I heading towards tomorrow?
I love that. I love that. I think you're so right because we're all just running, right? And I think I'm going to take some of your advice and
right.
take a break and say this is it. And
Exactly.
thank you so much. I'm going to take a leaf out
There
of
you
your
go.
book, darling. So thank you for that.
Take a week to
Sometimes
be
we need to
blessed.
take a we
Yes.
need to take a break and breathe and you know acknowledge the universal prayer and blessings. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Tell me what's
Absolutely.
new and lively.
New and lively is incredible. So we have launched. We've got 12,700 people on, and that's just the soft launch. We're launching our own token.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and it's going to be the first social media app coming out of the Middle East that has its own token. But also more than that, like with everything that's going on in the world, we really need to be the social media, social-fi app of the Middle East that is all about Middle East entrepreneurship, humanity, and giving back to the people. It's about freedom, it's about abundance, it's about humanity. We built the platform for the people because we wanted to build a platform for the people with the voices of the people that could make money from their digital presence, which is the future of the world.
Exactly. And as entrepreneurs, and correct me if I'm wrong, you constantly have to adapt. You cannot just create a product and a solution and wait for it to happen. You have to adapt every 6 months. Make sure that you're keeping up with the market, which is exactly what you guys are doing now.
Yeah, it's about like every month we're like, oh my God, we
What's
need
new?
this, we need this,
Yeah.
we need this. It's all about new features and listening to our creators and what do people need. So absolutely, entrepreneurship is a journey of pivoting and learning and moving and adapting and embracing. So absolutely.
And I guess it's on you then as the CEO when you take all those ideas from everywhere to kind of like structure it, right? And give people the right kind of piece of advice on how to make this happen. Any sort of advice that you could give to all those other female CEOs out there?
Look, first of all, as a female CEO, I think keep rising, keep dreaming, keep working, embrace adversity, just keep on going. It will all make sense in the end. So that's my first advice.
Right.
Second advice with respect to what you said, I think we all have a great idea. We all dream it. We all live it in our brains. It's our vision. It's our dream. But you have to learn to pivot. You have to learn to listen. You have to be open to criticism. And only then will you get on your path to actually reaching the ultimate success of what you're building. And yes, it's a constant evolution of learning, believing, homing in on what is so important and understanding reverence, faith, belief, prayer, and being humble, grateful, and being kind.
Right.
That is needed in the world today where humanity is on its knees. So
Literally.
female leaders, female entrepreneurs, SME leaders in the world, what is really important right now is that we stay true to who we are and we contribute to humanity by being kind, grateful, and we build positive impact with all of our entrepreneur pursuits.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me up next is Farah from Baby Garage, the one and only, and she just won the Mompreneur Award. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes.
Wonderful award, close to your heart
Thank
probably.
you very much, very much. Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Very excited. So if you would allow me with 30 seconds just to start this speech with small recognition for my kids. Because just before coming here, my small kid threw a tantrum. Mom, don't leave. You have to stay. And I was very confused. Like, I want to get the award of a Mompreneur of the Year, but I have to stay for my kids as well. So it was very confusing, but they deserve it. This is for my kids.
And you're going to come back with the award now and show them.
Yes.
And say, this is why I left.
Yes,
I came
exactly.
back a winner. Right, so tell me a little bit about Baby Garage.
So the Baby Garage is a circular economy marketplace where we help parents to transform the consumption into true family investment. We're doing this from our heart, from moms to moms. We really want to offer the financial independence for all the mothers out there.
Right. And as Steve Jobs used to say, I mean, everything great starts in a garage, right?
Yes, exactly. That's how it all starts. Like from a real need, from alignment of what we need in our life and what we look for, and we try to execute this in form of solutions that really benefit everyone.
Right. Now tell me, any big pieces of advice that you could have top of your head that you can give to all those other female entrepreneurs out there?
Yes, of course. So my advice is all around alignment. So for you to be a successful womanpreneur, you have to get into the alignment of what you're looking for, what you want to achieve, and how you live your life. Don't forget that you're still a woman, you're still a mother, and you have to achieve other stuff in your life rather than just building a career. And to do this, it's a matter of an alignment. If you find this balance, I assure you, you're going to be very successful, not just for yourself, for your family, and for everyone else.
And I've had a lot of these conversations with Amna as well. I mean, it's all about being human at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Talk about your kids, talk about your husbands, talk about your life outside of work, because at the end of the day, we're not robots, right?
Exactly, 100%.
Perfect. Well, Farah, it was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And yes, go for you.
Thank you.
Mompreneur Award.
To my kids and my husband and everyone who supported me throughout this journey. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me up next is the one and only Reem. She's the co-founder of Unipreneur. She just won the Leader of Tomorrow Award. Very metaphorical name for the award. I suppose you're extremely proud of yourself.
Well, yes, I'm very grateful for the award. I think it's a testament for the hard work and the dedication that I have poured into my entrepreneurial journey.
For sure. Tell me a bit about Unipreneur, what it is that you guys do.
So Unipreneur is an engagement and development platform for aspiring entrepreneurs, change makers to network with industry experts, to connect with investors, and just to nurture their inner entrepreneurship development skills.
That's amazing. I've never met an entrepreneur before that actually is going to nourish more entrepreneurship in the world. So that's a wonderful message. Tell me, this recognition right here, obviously it's for you and for the company. How does it feel to win it, and what are your, let's say, ambitions in the coming year?
It feels amazing, and I'm very thankful to the team. So all of the credit goes to my amazing team who managed to develop and take Unipreneur from an idea stage to an impressive company with multiple stakeholders and multiple partners. So now we're expanding our services and our development skills, and we have also reached around 5,000 plus students and young talent entrepreneurs who are part of our programs.
And do you feel like the future work is going to be very different for all of us? I mean, when we will have bosses that actually studied entrepreneurship and know what it is, do you feel like it's going to be a very different environment than what we're doing now?
Well, it depends, but I feel like because of the digital transformation that is happening in AI, entrepreneurship skills will be something that is very mandatory to be taught at school. Not for the sense because we want to graduate entrepreneurs to build startup, but the skills should be implemented and nurtured at a very young age.
Right, it's the skills you need for your everyday life at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now tell me one last thing, any sort of advice that you can give to all those young women out there that are aspiring to be like you one day?
Never underestimate your potential and always keep learning.
There we go. Beautiful message.
Thank you.
Reem, show off your award to the camera. Huge congratulations once again, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, shukran. Alrighty, up next we have Jessie. She's the CEO and founder of CareerHa, and she just won the
Educator
Award. Tell me, how proud are you to be called the Educator today?
Very proud because at CareerHa we focus on education and we focus on upskilling women. So this is an amazing award for what we're doing, and it really gave me the motivation that I really needed at the moment. It was a really tough week, so I'm really proud.
You know, lows are low, highs are high. It's life. We go through it all, but just remember that tomorrow will be better as usual. Yeah. But as an entrepreneur, I'm sure that you always have that in you. It's part of your mindset. Tell me, any sort of pieces of advice that you would like to give to all those other young women out there?
Define your own success. The thing is with entrepreneurship, and especially with women, that we are forced to have a certain criteria for success, like unicorns, IPOs, and money, $1 million companies. But usually success is different for everyone. So and usually for women it's so different from men. We seek different things in life, and sometimes all we want in success is just to have the right balance between spending time with our kids, with our husbands, family, and have some work-life balance and achieve work goals. So define your own success. Don't let anyone force their definition of success to you.
Beautiful message for the end. Well, thank you so much once again for this interview. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And I hope to see you again very soon, Entrepreneur.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have Yulia from UAPay. She is the CEO, and she came to us all the way from Ukraine, and she won the Professional Service Leader Award. Amazing award, so you must be extremely proud of yourself. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I honored to present Ukraine in this amazing platform for women, all of them beautiful, amazing, and successful.
Exactly, it's inside of us, our entrepreneurship genes are there. Now tell me, any sort of pieces of advice that you would like to give to all the women out there?
Don't worry, do everything when you want.
Don't worry and be happy.
And be happy.
Right. And tell me a little bit about UAPay. What is it that you do?
UAPay, it's a Ukrainian payment non-banking institutions which have license for payment in Ukraine. We one of the 3 biggest payment system in Ukraine. We work with largest classified platform. We have more than 1 million deals per month and more than 25 million transactions per month.
Okay, that's amazing. And decentralizing things from the
And now we decided to go to the world, and we expand to the world, and we start a new project. It's a money affiliated network based on neobanking crypto platform, and it gives possibility people to earn money for own transaction and transaction their friends.
Perfect.
We was presented in Amsterdam on Money 2020. It's Fintech biggest exhibitions in Europe.
Perfect, that sounds great, and I believe like this is the perfect region to expand and to come. It's full of innovative ideas, full of life and acceptance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming over, and it was an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, up next I have Leda. She just won an award for Fashion and Beauty Leader, and she's the CEO of Mel Group. Thank you so much for coming over to the event.
Thank you for having me.
And I would like to say a huge congratulations to you for winning the award. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. I feel very well, and this is actually an amazing achievement for my team and I, and in particular my co-founder Martina Di Pasquale, CMO of our company Mel Group, which is not here with me, but I'm taking this on her behalf because our teamwork, our teamwork is amazing at this point, and I'm very just amazed by the group of community that you bring together for this kind of event. So thank you.
And that's what Dubai is all about at the end of the day. Now tell me one thing, what is it that you do in Mel Group? Just tell me how your day looks like and what is it that you guys do there?
So Mahal Group is a consultancy strategy company and is basically taking the fashion brands and beauty and cosmetics from Europe to actually bring them to the Middle East. And we just do the commercialization. So I take part of that part of the commercialization process. And what we do is actually we create a bridge. So that's how I like to address our company. It's just creating bridges between different cultures, sensibilities, and just towards that they need to combine, they need to come together. And beauty and fashion are the most beautiful things to connect.
And I cannot wait for that to happen, just because every time I want to go shopping, I wait till my trip to Italy and then I shop there. But if you tell me now that all those brands are going to come here, be as affordable as they are in Italy, I can't wait for that day to happen.
We're trying to make it possible.
Yes, I'll be looking out for you. Now tell me one more thing. Any sort of pieces of advice that you want to give to all those women out there that are in the industry or even out of the industry? Just what would you say as the CEO?
So I would say that probably something that looks so much like it's been said so many times, but networking is very important. At the same time, I think go in a genuine vibe, like just take it as an experience. Every time you meet somebody, you never know where it can lead you, and just be open to what you like and show your personality apart from your professionality. So I think you should show your professional side, but also who you really are. Even in business, like networking events or meetings, it's important to show who you are, because your creativity is always part of you, and you will always be part, and maybe it will add value at the end.
Right, and that's a beautiful piece of advice, because at the end of the day, that is what makes you unique, right?
Right.
Alrighty, with me up next is Neza. She's the CEO of Women's Choice, and she was also a jury and a panel speaker today. Thank you so much for this beautiful event. Any sort of main insights that you can give me from a jury perspective? It was absolutely difficult, I think, to pick
it was very difficult to pick the nominees and to pick the winners, because every company is worth gaining that visibility and getting the award. But what's most amazing is to see that this year we have double of the application than last year, and women entrepreneurs are very isolated in their own difficult journey, and events like this just give them the proper visibility, so it's very important.
Right. What sort of, let's say, message you want to take home with you today, and you want all these women to take home with them?
In an event like this, and seeing the diversity, the richness of the audience, every woman was beautiful, smart, had an amazing project. So it's just great to see that community growing. And what I want to tell them is to continue to expose themselves, to be part of events like this, and to think partnerships, because funding is difficult in the journey of an entrepreneur, and there are shortcuts to funding through partnerships, and they have to build them among themselves across entrepreneurs, but also with corporations and governments and so on.
Right, keep networking, keep building those relations, you never know. Now, last question for you, any sort of advice you would like to give, apart from, networking, making partnerships, personal advice, being both, a CEO and a mother and a wife and everything.
Thank you for guessing the mother part. It's true. I am a mother of 2 daughters, and that are actually teenagers now, and my advice is to go for your dreams. And I'm also an author of a book called Be Who You Want to Be.
Oh, amazing.
And I do believe that success it's an attitude, first of all, but it's most importantly accessible to everyone when you know where you want to go. So taking the time to defining what is my dream project, what is my dream trajectory, that's important, because if you just embark on something that is shallow, where you feel like, I want to be that because someone else is, but you're not really convinced, then the journey is even harder.
Right. Well, beautiful message for the end of the interview. Thank you so much for this conversation, and I wish we see you even more on Entrepreneur Middle East. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, with me up next is Jacqueline, and she is the Executive Director and CEO of Highlands FM, and she's just won the Media Leader Award. Very important award, I think, to win, being we are in the media world here. Tell me, how are you feeling?
I feel humbled, honored, happy. To get the recognition makes my heart feel warm.
Right, I could imagine. And it's all hard work pays off at the end of the day. It's important for us to stop, recognize it, and appreciate it. Now tell me one thing, tell me a little bit about the company and what it is that you guys do.
So Highlands FM Radio, we are radio in southern Tanzania. We cover mostly rural and semi-urban populations. We try to ensure that we can use radio as a tool for information. So say other people use radio for entertainment, but we're there to produce content that can uplift them, get them know what's happening in the world so that they can make the best decisions.
Oh, that's amazing. How many viewers, audience members do you have as of now? Listeners?
So we have 550,000 listeners a day.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are you the voice behind the presenting as well?
No, sadly.
You're there to organize everything.
I'm the background.
All right. Yes. Now tell me, any sort of pieces of advice that you can give to all those women out there in Africa that will be listening to you one day?
Impact. What can we do to make the most for the community that we're serving? With Highlands FM, we try to ensure that the community is well informed to get all the information that they need. What impact does your community need? What can you do with your business with it? That's what I can tell you.
Right, what they can question themselves on now. Well, thank you so much for this interview. I wish you the best of luck with your poetry as well, since we spoke about it. I will be happy to read it one day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. Up next to me, I have Hanan. She's the founder of Tawazun. She just won the Visionary Award. Absolutely beautiful award too, and I must say, you must be so proud of yourself.
Thank you. Yes, actually it was a very proud moment for me to be called as the visionary, and if I have to say something, that vision took me when I was 14, and I was asked to speak about what were my thoughts about gender equality, and I said, I don't believe in gender equality because why should I settle for equal rights when I can strive for better rights? And that vision actually shaped the whole of my journey and led me to this very moment right here.
That's a beautiful message. Tell me a little bit about Tawazun. What is it that you do?
Tawazun is the word Tawazun means balance in Arabic. And it's a platform and initiative that strive to be the ecosystem of balance, because we believe that a balanced world is anchored by 4 pillars: balanced people, balanced workplaces, balanced societies, and balanced planet. And they cannot be fragmented. So what we are trying to help individuals and organizations alike with is to find ways to look at balance in a holistic way. We cannot, for example, talk about environmental sustainability as an organization before taking care of the well-being of our employees and before making sure that we bridge the gap. So we are all about bridging gaps and building a more balanced, equitable, and sustainable world for all.
And starting with a more micro environment and then moving on into macro and global impacts. Now tell me, last thing, any sort of big pieces of advice that you give to all those women out there?
Okay, the first advice is let's ditch those labels of female entrepreneur, female leader, mompreneur. Men don't use those labels. They just confine us into a minority. So this is what I want to start. We are just individuals who have talent, who have ambitions and aspirations. And when you go for your dream or your vision, just think, I'm just this one human being who come with my talent, my strength, my confidence, and the sky is not the limit.
Right. So don't generalize into male and female. We are individuals, we're unique souls.
Actually what we're trying to do is to shift the gender-centric conversation into human-centric conversation and to shift the narrative from equality to balance. That's exactly what we stand for.
Thank you so much. These are beautiful values, honestly, that I completely agree with. And thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me up next is Laura. She's the CEO, owner, founder, all-in-one of Super Garden. And she just won the F&B Leader Award. Show off your award to camera. How are you feeling, Laura? Thank you for coming.
Thank you. So I'm feeling good, perfect. I'm proud. This is the biggest my awards until these days.
Oh wow, amazing.
Yes, amazing. I started my business 40 years when I was. Yes, as you know, it's midlife crisis.
No.
And just
it's the best time in life.
Yes,
to propel even more.
Yes. I wanted just to find healthy snacking for my children, and started from zero. And now we are the global leader of freeze-dried sweets. We produce freeze-dried ice cream that doesn't melt. We develop food. Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes, ice cream that doesn't melt.
I can walk on 50 degrees in Dubai without having the ice cream melt.
You're welcome. You can buy here also.
Perfect.
Yes, and we developed and produce food for astronauts, for real astronauts.
Amazing.
Yes, so now we offer from healthy snack for children to astronauts innovative food.
So you're all in one from A to Z, really?
Yes.
Perfect. Now tell me, are you going to try, you've already expanded here in the region, right, with all of your products?
Yes, actually we export more than 40 countries, from Japan until States, and Middle East is one of them.
Okay, perfect. Any sort of big pieces of advice that you want to give to all those other female entrepreneurs?
Advice. Okay, it's maybe not advice in my motto.
Yes.
So read the ear. It's some saying in Japan.
Okay.
So it means you have to catch ideas before everybody understands it.
Right. And usually, as you said, it came from that motivation to give it to your kids, right? Usually every entrepreneur, at least the ones that I did interviews with, they have a personal story that really motivated them to put all that energy and effort into making that change or solving that issue, right?
Yes, correctly. But you know, there are so many issues and problems in business.
Right.
Just you see this nice view. And this kind of events and awards
Right.
gives so much motivation.
Exactly.
Yes.
You meet people that are in the
Yes,
same industry, in
inspiring.
the same
Yes.
inspiration mode,
Yeah.
as you said.
So-
Right, well, Laura, absolute pleasure speaking to you. I wish you the
Thank
best
you.
of luck, and I have to try your ice cream.
Yes, definitely, you should.
You'll give me
Thank
some
you.
context. Thank you. Alrighty, with me up next is Alicia. She's the founding director of the Olive Exchange, and she just won the Home-Based Business of the Year. Tell me, how is this business home-based? How are you feeling?
Wow, like I must say, I feel like somebody was walking on clouds. I still can't believe that I'm here in Dubai, holding an award, mind you. My business is home-based because I actually, I work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, if you can call me that. And so I needed to, take care of my kids. How we started out was I worked as a magazine editor for many years. Wow. And in 2021, my husband passed away of COVID. Thank you. And I quit my job as magazine editor because two of my kids were quite small. The youngest was 2 at the time. And the middle son was 6, turning 7. And the eldest had just finished school the previous year. And so I quit my job, and then 6 months later, my middle son and I, we wrote a story together called I Miss Daddy. And we launched it on what would have been my husband's 46th birthday in 2021. And then in 2022, I realized, okay, I've got to feed my kids and my family, and decided to actually make a go of it. And we have since published actually 3 more children's books, which I run from home now, so that I can be there to take my kids to school and fetch them. And I do everything from home.
You must be so immensely proud of yourself, and I'm sure that your husband is watching over right now and is extremely proud of you for this award. Now tell me, any pieces of advice that you can give to all those women out there that did have such a difficult story as you did? I
think for me it is that, my advice to them is to surround themselves with people who support them and support their dream. I am really standing here today because at home there's a tribe taking care of my family, and when I needed to go and do business talks, or I needed to, work late nights, or just, travel for work, it's my tribe that is there to take care of my kids and, what needs to be done. And I think that is something that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with, that they do it alone, especially home-based businesses, because you're doing everything not everything by yourself, but you're not in an office space where there are 10 or 20 people, working with you, and you can feed off the energy. So you do have those moments where you get, lonely, and you feel deflated. But that, I think, would be one of my main points of advice that I would give them.
Right. Alicia, absolutely beautiful conversation. I truly, honestly wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And I really hope to be seeing you again very soon here in Dubai.
Yes, thank you. Absolutely.
And just send me over some books. I would love to see them.
Yes, absolutely. And I also just want to say is that I think, especially home-based businesses, don't give up believing in yourself.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Thank you so much.
And hope you enjoy the rest of your days here in Dubai.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.